Good morning. The Hamptons, known for its tranquility and celebrity retreats, was shaken yesterday, October 13, 2025, by a dramatic car crash involving Alec and Stephen Baldwin. This serene enclave, often a refuge for the rich and famous, found itself at the center of a media storm. The brothers, in town for the Hamptons International Film Festival, saw their plans upended when their luxury SUV was totaled in a single-vehicle accident. The vehicle, a high-end model known for its safety features, was left in a state of disrepair, a stark contrast to the usually pristine streets of the Hamptons. The crash happened in East Hampton, a place Alec calls home. This quiet town, known for its picturesque landscapes and celebrity residents, was suddenly thrust into the limelight. News and photos of the wrecked car spread quickly, sparking concern and conversation online. Social media platforms were abuzz with speculation and well wishes, as fans and locals alike tried to piece together the events leading up to the crash. Miraculously, both brothers walked away unharmed, but the incident added another headline to Alec Baldwin's already turbulent public life. The relief was palpable among onlookers and fans who feared the worst when news first broke. The accident involved a split-second decision to avoid another vehicle, leading to a crash that could have ended much worse. The quick reflexes of the driver likely prevented a more tragic outcome, highlighting the unpredictable nature of even the most routine drives. The Hamptons, usually a haven for the Baldwins, became the scene of chaos and public scrutiny. Emergency responders were quick to the scene, their flashing lights and urgent actions a stark contrast to the usual calm of the neighborhood. This event brought the brothers together in the spotlight, reminding everyone that even celebrities aren't immune to life's sudden turns. The media frenzy that followed was a testament to the public's fascination with the lives of the rich and famous. The community and fans waited anxiously for updates, relieved to learn that no one was seriously hurt. The outpouring of support and concern was a reminder of the close-knit nature of the Hamptons community. For Alec, it was yet another moment of intense public attention during a challenging period. Facing the media, he appeared somber but grateful, acknowledging the support of his fans and the quick response of emergency services. This incident, while alarming, served as a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of community. Before disaster struck, it was just a rainy drive through East Hampton. Alec was driving, Stephen beside him, likely heading to a film festival event. The weather was poor, rain made the roads slick and visibility low. They were in Hilaria Baldwin's white Range Rover, a routine trip on familiar roads. Suddenly, a massive garbage truck appeared nearby, changing everything. Alec later claimed the truck cut him off, forcing a split-second reaction. The calm inside the car turned instantly to tension as Alec had to make a critical decision. This is every driver's nightmare, reacting in an instant to avoid disaster. The ordinary drive became a high-stakes emergency in seconds. No one could have predicted how quickly things would spiral. The rain was coming down in steady sheets, blurring the world outside the windshield. Alec gripped the steering wheel, his knuckles white, as the Range Rover rolled down the slick suburban road. Suddenly, out of the gray haze, the looming shape of a garbage truck appeared barreling toward them in their lane, its headlights cutting through the downpour. With only seconds to react, Alec's instincts took over. He yanked the wheel hard to the right, desperate to avoid a head-on collision. The tires screeched in protest as the SUV swerved sharply, the world tilting sideways in a blur of motion and adrenaline. The sharp maneuver sent the Range Rover skidding wildly across the rain-slicked pavement. The tires lost their grip, hydroplaning as the heavy vehicle spun out of control. For a split second, time seemed to slow, the sound of rubber on wet asphalt echoing in their ears. The SUV careened off the road, plowing through the grass, mud spraying up in its wake. Alec fought the wheel, but the car was no longer responding. Straight ahead, a massive tree loomed, its trunk growing larger with every heartbeat. The impact was sudden and violent. The front end of the Range Rover crumpled like paper against the unyielding tree. Metal twisted, glass exploded into 1,000 shards, and the force of the crash reverberated through the entire vehicle. Inside, the airbags burst forth with a deafening pop, cushioning Alec and Stephen from the worst of the impact. Their seatbelts locked tight, holding them firmly in place as the world outside spun into chaos. The cabin filled with the acrid smell of burnt chemicals and the hiss of deflating airbags. For a long, suspended moment, there was only shock and silence. Rain tapped steadily on the shattered windows, each drop a reminder of the world outside, now eerily distant. Dazed, the brothers slowly realized they were still alive. They checked themselves for injuries, hands trembling as they patted down arms and legs, hearts pounding with disbelief and relief. The once luxurious Range Rover was now a mangled wreck, its gleaming bodywork twisted and ruined, a stark contrast to the pristine machine it had been just moments before. Within minutes, the wail of sirens pierced the rainy air. Police and emergency crews arrived at the scene, their flashing lights reflecting off the wet pavement, drawn by the severity of the crash and the sight of the destroyed SUV. The aftermath was chaotic, voices shouting, radios crackling, responders working quickly to assess the situation. What should have been a simple drive had ended in a moment of terror, chaos, and ultimately, relief. The Baldwin brothers' day had taken a dramatic, unforgettable turn, one that would stay with them for the rest of their lives. The first question after any crash is, everyone okay? Despite the destroyed SUV, both Alec and Stephen Baldwin emerged without a scratch. Stephen's representative quickly reassured the public he was fine and grateful. Alec echoed this in a video, calmly telling followers, "I'm fine, my brother's fine." The outcome was a testament to modern car safety. Airbags and crumple zones did their job. Relief swept through fans and family as the news spread. The focus shifted from fear to gratitude and the logistics of clearing the scene. The brothers stood by the road, talking to police, thankful to be unharmed. A totaled car was a small price to pay for their safety. Soon after the incident, Alec Baldwin took to Instagram to address the public directly, choosing to speak in his own words rather than through a formal statement or press release. He appeared on camera, looking composed but clearly affected by what had happened, and wanted to set the record straight for his followers and the wider public. Calm but candid, Baldwin recounted the events leading up to the crash. He explained that he was driving when a garbage truck unexpectedly cut him off, forcing him to make a split-second decision. According to Alec, he swerved to avoid a direct collision, which ultimately led to the accident. He emphasized that his reaction was instinctive, driven by a desire to prevent a much more serious accident. Baldwin made it clear that he believed the garbage truck's sudden move was to blame, and he wanted viewers to understand the difficult position he was put in. Alec expressed genuine regret for wrecking his wife's car, acknowledging the inconvenience and frustration it caused. However, he also shared his relief that no one was hurt, and that the situation, while stressful, could have been much worse. "I crushed my wife's car and I feel bad about that," he admitted, his tone both apologetic and slightly self-deprecating. Still, he reassured his audience, saying, "It's all fine," and emphasizing that material things can be replaced, but people cannot. The garbage truck company, however, quickly responded to the story, denying any responsibility for the crash. Their statement contradicted Baldwin's account, setting the stage for a classic dispute over who was truly at fault. With no clear video evidence or third-party witnesses, the truth of what happened remains uncertain. Despite this, Alec's version of events spread rapidly, reaching millions of people through his viral Instagram post and sparking widespread discussion. His statement not only shaped the initial narrative, but also ensured that his side of the story was the first to be heard by the public and the media, influencing how the incident was reported and discussed. The story quickly became a hot topic of debate online and in the media, with people weighing in on who was at fault, how celebrities handle public crises, and the power of social media to shape public perception in real time. With everyone safe, attention turned to the crash scene. Photos showed the white Range Rover's front end mangled, debris scattered in the rain. Police in raincoats investigated, speaking with Alec and Stephen as flashing lights reflected off wet pavement. The brothers cooperated fully, recounting the harrowing moments before the crash. The investigation was routine, statements taken, damage assessed, the wreck towed away. The garbage truck company's denial of fault added tension to the aftermath. Insurance and official reports would hinge on conflicting accounts. For now, the road was cleared, and the Baldwins went home safely. The incident left a lasting image of chaos narrowly avoided. This crash is just the latest in a series of public challenges for Alec Baldwin. He's faced legal battles, viral confrontations, and relentless media scrutiny in recent years. A recent public spat with a Trump impersonator in New York went viral, highlighting his constant exposure. The announcement of his family's reality show, the Baldwins, drew criticism, especially from those connected to the Rust tragedy. Attorney Gloria Allred called the show insensitive, adding to the controversy. Each incident compounds the last, painting a picture of ongoing turmoil. The Hamptons crash is another chapter in a period marked by drama and public attention. For Alec, even routine days can become headline news. No discussion of Alec Baldwin's recent life is complete without mentioning the Rust tragedy. In 2021, a prop gun Alec held discharged, killing cinematographer Halyna Hutchins and injuring the director. The incident led to years of legal battles and public scrutiny. Alec was acquitted of involuntary manslaughter in July 2024, but the emotional and reputational scars remain. The tragedy forever changed how the public views him. Every new event is seen through this lens. Civil lawsuits and criticism keep the story alive, overshadowing his attempts to move forward. Even minor incidents like the Hamptons crash are scrutinized for signs of recklessness. The shadow of Rust lingers over every aspect of his public life. Alec ended his Instagram video with a heartfelt message to his wife, Hilaria. "Hilaria, I love you more than anything," he said, shifting from public statement to private affection. After a day of chaos, his first instinct was to connect with his family. He added, "I'm very proud of you," offering reassurance and gratitude. This public declaration highlighted the central role his family plays in his life. For Alec, amidst legal battles and public drama, family remains his anchor. The crash ended not with anger but with love, a quiet moment after a loud day.